Welcome to another edition of What You Meme News. I'm your amazing host here in Crystal Clear. First and foremost, listen. This planet Earth that y'all are attending, just like we all are, it is hell. Okay? And the fallen angels run this place, and they are criminals. They are the mafia. They are the deep state. They are the elites. They are the secret societies. They are the Freemasons. They are the fraternal orders. Okay? They are the Knights of the Maltas. They are the Knights of Columbus. They are the Eastern Stars. They are the witches and the warlocks. Okay? They are the conjurers. All right? They are the spellcasters. Okay? You need to understand that. And by when I say this, and I want to say this as clear and as loud as possible, your government are corrupted, fallen angels who loves to break the law. If they were thrown out of heaven for misbehaving and breaking heaven's laws, what makes you think that they are going to abide by the law on earth, which God gave them full domain? Remember? He kicked them out of heaven, casted them out of heaven to earth, fell to earth. He fell to earth. That's why we have fallen stars. That's why we have comets all the time. Because y'all are getting evicted from heaven. You're not doing your job in that realm. So your energy is not high enough to sustain that dimension. So they put you on a low vibrational frequency realm that you can maintain because your energy is so bad and your energy is so dark. So you get casted out. All right? Because y'all keep thinking that you're living some other script where you have freedom or free will or some shit like that. But how can you have free will when your father is the God of sin? He's the God of free will. Okay? He wanted to do whatever he wanted to do. Remember that. Remember that. And they only created you to mine and resource this earth from its gold, from its crystals, from its oil, from its minerals, from its food, from its harvest, from its seed. I mean, earth is plentiful. Okay? Earth is fertile. Earth is sustainable. Okay? It's renewable energy all the goddamn time. And when we talk about life on a metaphysical or spiritual science level, you need to understand your origins. You're not understanding your origins. Okay? And it's very weird to me that why do you think Lucifer is not your daddy? Okay? Why do you think your government is so horrible to you? Let me explain why your government is so horrible to you. You foot the bill and you let them. This is hell. This is fucking hell. And they are all criminals. It is a criminal enterprise. Everybody is scamming in hell. First Energy trial begins against former First Energy CEO VP accused of largest public corruption scheme in Ohio history. Why do you think Donald Trump is grifting? Huh? Why do you think Donald Trump just grifted $5 billion from you? Why do you think Erica Kirk just grifted all that money from you? Why did you think Candace Owens just grifted all that money from you? Why do you think Israel just grifted all of that money from you, the taxpayer? The taxpayer. Every system that the government runs and every corporation that the government owns are criminal enterprises. Okay? Criminal enterprises. You finding out that they're using immigrants for the face of their scams is just a tiny surface you have begun to touch. You have begin to touch. But you're going to figure it out when you realize that politicians are paid to take you out. Politicians are paid to keep you enslaved. Politicians are paid to literally harvest your organs, own your soul, and leave you with holes. Okay? Why do you think the healthcare system uses you as a lab rat? Why do you think the government funds the healthcare system that literally practice eugenics and genocide on you? Let's be real. None of the medicines they give us are chemically legal to go in anybody's body. We have a poison control number for a reason. A poison control number for a reason. So if your chef or your spouse or your family member or a stranger cannot poison you, neither can your government. You humans are a fucking disgrace. You're really pretending to side with the government who rigged the system for your failure? Okay. All right. So you don't love yourself. So you're traumatized. So you're the battered wife. Are you going to leave the relationship or not? Are you going to leave the relationship or not? Or better yet, have you not understand that slavery did not die out, but you are in fact still the slave, the chattel, the cattle? Anyway, the trial against two former First Energy executives who are accused of masterminding the largest public corruption scheme in Ohio history has begun. As jury selection took place Tuesday in Summit County, former First Energy CEO Chuck Jones, VP Michael Dowling allegedly paid former Public Utility Commissions on Ohio Chair Sam Randazzo $4.3 million in bribes, along with $61 million spent to create and pass House Bill 6. That's why they keep keeping those seats in the Senate so long. Because they're not taking care of the taxpayers. This is where you stand up as a citizen. And I don't even want you calling yourself a citizen, because a citizen, the etymology of the word citizen means a slave. You're not a slave. You're a sovereign free national. And you run this country with your money alone. If you defund the government and give the power back to the people, this would really change things. You do know that. Surely I don't have to tell you or state the obvious, right? Because they're all criminals. And they're all taking your money. And they're living better than you, while depriving you of better streets, depriving you of organic food, depriving you of land, 40 acres, a mule, reparations and resources. They don't want to give you reparations because they're spending your reparations. That's why all the politicians get paid the big money. And that's why Big Pharma pays off the politicians. And that's why they all are literally funding each other. It's a big Ponzi scheme, and your money is in it. Then not to mention they're holding you hostage. And the crazy thing is, if everybody who is a taxpayer does not vote for the elected official cannot declare himself a president or a VP until everyone votes. So the fact that people only, the government has been literally putting people in office when everybody don't vote is insanity. Everybody has to vote in order for a president or a ruler or a government to exist. So that's that right there. That's number one right there. That's fucking number one right motherfucking there. So go ahead, overthrow that government. You've already broken the Constitution. The fact that everyone has to vote, not just a portion of us, not just a small, and then the fact that y'all even post that you didn't have a big turnout at the polls literally state that what you're doing is illegal. You see, the rules are everyone who pays taxes have to vote for a leader or a government or a system. If everyone does not vote, then you cannot be put in place. You can't say I have 6 million citizens, and out of 6 million citizens, only 1 million voted, and I'm going to be president. That's not how that works. Everyone has to vote, not just some. Not just the ones who like you, not just the ones who know what they're doing by putting evil in charge of the government. Not just them, okay? Then the fact that you buy votes and then you act like somebody else to put in votes lets you know that, yes, the government is wrong. The government is fucking up. And if you say anything against this fucking video, you're a goddamn op. You are a fucking bootlicker for the government, because there's no way in the world you could be a human footing the bill for the government to run a drill on its citizens. That's insanity. There's no way in the world you can hate me while I'm up here trying to get you, the taxpayer, your money back from Israel that is being misused and abused. There's no way in the world you could ever have hate for me. That's crazy. That's crazy. They're all scheming. They're all grifters. They're all scammers. Okay? Please understand that. Please understand that. Anyway, in other What You Meme news, Ray J says his health is failing and the doctors aren't sure he'll live to see 2027. Ray J took to social media to speak to his fans after his recent hospitalization in Las Vegas, January 6, 2025, due to severe pneumonia and heart pains. He had previously battled pneumonia in 2021, and he directly addressed his fans, telling them point blank, 2027 is definitely a wrap for me. He revealed his heart is only beating at 25%, with doctors giving him a short time to live. He said his heart is mostly black. I fucked my shit up. Normal heart functions is typically 50 to 70%. His friend tried to argue with him, telling him to stay positive, but Ray J replied by saying that that's what the doctors told him. The rapper said he downed multiple bottles in one night, feeling invincible. But the hard partying lifestyle has caught up to him and essentially turned his heart black. He says he's going to Haiti in about 2 weeks as a last-ditch effort to find treatment to keep him alive. He ends the message by shouting out his parents and his sister Brandy, who he says is paying his bills. We wish him all the best for a healthy and speedy recovery. Now, one thing, pull up to my bumper, baby, and let me go ahead and serve you this goddamn justice. Why would your sisters and your parents have to pay your bills if you pretended to win a $1 billion deal off scooty bikes? Huh? What happened to the billions from scooty bikes? Huh? Now, I'm not here to call you out. I'm just here to only state facts that you sacrificed Whitney Houston. Why would we ever care for you, sweetheart? Why would we ever care for someone who not only took Whitney Houston, but you and Clive took Bobby Christina too? And Bobby Brown stood back and couldn't do anything? Because the sacrifice and the hit was made? Child, please. You know, back when all that good stuff happened, I literally made a video. I made a video explaining, hey, this fool really killed Whitney Houston. Okay, I already said this. This dude done killed Whitney alone. You see all these videos I done made? Hold on. Yeah, baby, I done already reported on you. Let's go ahead and find this video. Well, damn, they wiping me off the net, ain't they? They wiping me off the net. God dang. Okay, hold on. Let's see. I believe I did do a video. Oh, hold on. It's on my website. Yeah, it is. It's on the website. Yeah, anyway, I made a video on the website. Yeah, baby, he sacrificed Whitney. Because why was you the last person with Whitney Houston? But when her autopsy report stated that she had 13 stabs to the body. sweetheart. Whitney Houston had 13 stabs to the goddamn body. And you were the last person with her. And we saw you leave the scene. That's crazy. That is crazy. So no, Ray J, you're getting your karma. You're getting your karma for what you did to that lady. Okay? Let's not be dumb. Let's hold on. Let me try to pull it up. Ray J. Yeah, when you read her autopsy report, we read the report, boo-boo. Ray J exposed for drug and Whitney Houston sacrificed her. Yes, honey, we know. We know. We know what you did to Whitney, bruh. I just want to remind you that we know. We know you kept giving her the drugs. We know you kept going on benders with her. We know why your heart is black, because you were feeding Whitney crack. And y'all were both smoking it like that. We know. We know what you and Clive Davis did. We saw. I know, Suge. We all know. Trust me. We all know. We all motherfucking know. Now, why is your sisters and them paying your bills when it says here clearly, sir, that you are worth, it says, let's see, yeah, it clearly says, sir, that you are, how much? You are worth $14 million. His wealth is derived from a diverse career as a singer, television personality, and entrepreneur. Key details regarding his financials includes business ventures. Ray J is the founder of electronics brand Raycon, which has achieved significant success with reported earnings of $80 million a year. In 2024, he indicated he was liquidating shares in Raycon to focus on a new unnamed business venture. There's no way that you're borrowing money from your mother and your sisters and your dad if you're making $80 million a year. So who's lying? Is someone lying? Why are you lying? Why are you lying? Some older reports from 2017 to 2020 place his net worth around $6 million, but more recent estimates put it closer to $14 million. So why are you having to pay? Why? Ray J, are you lying? Somebody's lying. Someone is lying. Someone is lying. And why was Whitney Houston stabbed 13 times? Hold on. So the fake report says died of a combination of heart trouble and cocaine ingestion. Now, cocaine wouldn't make you slip into a tub. It just wouldn't. It just wouldn't. Whitney Houston's autopsy report released by the LA County coroner determined her death was an accident due to drowning, exacerbated by atherosclerotic heart disease and cocaine use. Toxicological tests found Xanax, Benadryl, cannabis, and Flexeril in her system. You can't die from this combo. I don't know who need to tell you this. Flexeril will not do shit for you. Okay? Stop it. And she was a cocaine user. So all those downers in her system, absolutely not. The official cause highlighted the combination of heart issues, acute cocaine intoxication leading to the fatal drowning. Cocaine will never make you drown. And that's a speedball. She's speedballing. She's actually balanced her drug out. She took the upper, she put the downers with the upper. No, you're not going to drown. You're not even going to sleep. You're actually the most focused and alert. So try again. Please try again. Please try again. Swathes of her skin had been burned off her back, according to the autopsy report, causing skin slippage on her legs. What? How did she get burned if she was in the tub? Make this make sense. And how did she have 13 stab wounds to the body? How? Sweetheart? Let me find that report. Let's see. Oh, now she was found with a bloody nose and emphysema. Wow, why is there so many stories? Never an accurate one. Gory details? Now, why would a drowning be gory? Be honest. Be honest. What is it? Cocaine will not make you drown. Crack will not make you drown. And the last place a crackhead or a cokehead is going to be is water. They're not going to, those two are never mixed. That's why cokeheads, crackheads, cocaine users, they do not take a bath, bitch. The last thing you're doing is getting yourself in a bath. Be for real. Okay? Xanaxes and cocaine, that's speedball. That's a speedball. No, you're still not going to end up in the tub. Prednisone, that's steroids. Antibiotics, stop playing. Stop. Oh my God, this is horrible. This is horrible. Anyway, no, none of those stuff is going to make you drown. And she was a veteran drug user and abuser. No. You sacrificed that lady. Clive Davis, you sacrificed that lady. She gets on my goddamn nerves. Get rid of her. Anyway, this has been another edition of What You Meme News. This world is disappointing. I tell you what, this world is disappointing. Oh, and I forgot to show y'all the Doomsday. The Doomsday Clock. Let me go ahead and pull the Doomsday Clock up. All right, the Doomsday Clock, a symbolic representation of global catastrophe, has garnered attention from both scientists and musicians. Recently, scientists unveiled the latest movement of the Doomsday Clock in Washington, D.C., highlighting growing nuclear risk and geopolitical tensions. The update is closely watched by policymakers worldwide. In the music scene, several bands, I guess now all of them is making it. Anyway, listen, one day ago, these folks ought to be ashamed. These folks ought to be ashamed. The Doomsday Clock moves to 85 seconds to midnight, closest point to catastrophic since its debut. Oh my God. It moves. A metaphor for how close humanity is to self-annihilation was moved to 85 seconds to midnight on Tuesday. Its closest point to catastrophe since the clock made its debut nearly 80 years ago. Humanity has not made sufficient progress on the existential risk and that has endangered us all, said Alexandria Bell, president and CEO of the Bulletin of the Atomic Scientists. The risks humanity faces from nuclear weapons, climate change, and disruptive technologies are growing, Bell said. Every second counts and we're running out of time. Okay, so listen, hear me out. You know, like, I think they meant like they start the world over every time. Okay, because you know how like the world died and ended in like 2000, 2YK. Yeah, the 2YK. Remember the millennial, the 2000 and all that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then you remember how the Matrix, in the Matrix, it literally says in the Matrix. Hold on. All right. All right. Um. Yeah, give me that. Yep. The scene in The Matrix where the world died is depicted when Morpheus reveals the truth to Neo, showing a desolate, dark, and ruined Earth where humanity lost a war against machines. This bleak reality, featuring remnants of cities and ruined atmospheres caused by humanity's attempt to block the machine's solar energy, highlights this shift from the simulated 1999 world to the machine-dominated future. Key details of the dead world scene. The revelation. Morpheus explains that humanity scorched the Earth to cut off solar power to the machines, and the reality is the machines retaliated using humans as a power source, turning the source into a cold, dark wasteland. Invisible representation was the world is shown as a vast, ruined, dark desert of steel, dirt, and debris. Context. The scene serves as the pivotal moment where Neo wakes up from the simulated reality and accepts a grim, post-apocalyptic truth. Okay? So yeah, stop playing. I think that's what they're saying. I honestly think that's what they're saying and doing. Okay? Because that's crazy. I think that's what they're hinting to. And they keep putting it in the movies. They keep putting it in our faces. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. Is that it? No, come on.
This is the construct. It's our loading program. We can load anything from clothing to equipment, weapons, training simulations.
Look, the symbol.
Anything we need.
Right now, we're inside a computer program.
Is it really so hard to believe? Your clothes are different. The plugs in your arms and head are gone.
Mm-hmm.
Your hair has changed.
Mm-hmm.
Your appearance now is what we call residual self-image.
Avatar.
It is the mental projection of your digital self.
Meta. Neuralink.
This isn't real.
What is real? How do you define real? If you're talking about what you can feel, what you can smell, what you can taste and see, then real is simply electrical signals interpreted by your brain. This is the world that you know. The world as it was at the end of the 20th century. It exists now only as part of a neural interactive simulation.
Neural interactive simulation. Neuralink.
You've been living in a dream world, Neo. This is the world as it exists today.
It's dead.
the desert of the real. We have only bits and pieces of information, but what we know for certain is that at some point in the early 21st century, all of mankind was united in celebration. We marveled at our own magnificence as we gave birth to AI.
AI.
As we gave birth to AI.
I mean artificial intelligence.
A singular consciousness that spawned an entire race of machines. We don't know who struck first, us or them. But we know that it was us that scorched the sky. At the time, they were dependent on solar power, and it was believed that they would be unable to survive without an energy source as abundant as the sun. Throughout human history, we have been dependent on machines to survive. Fate, it seems, is not without a sense of irony. Generates more bioelectricity than a 120-volt battery and over 25,000 BTUs of body heat. Combined with a form of fusion, the machines had found all the energy they would ever need. There are fields here, endless fields, where human beings are no longer born. We are grown.
Cabbage Patch Kids. Cabbage Patch Babies. Designer
For the
babies.
longest time, I wouldn't believe it. And then I saw the fields with my own eyes. Watched them liquefy the dead so they could be fed intravenously to the living.
Soylent Green.
There, facing the pure, horrifying precision, I came to realize the opposite.
Now, why do you think when you're born, the doctor shoots you up with 20 shots immediately as soon as you hit the world? Designer babies. Cabbage Patch Babies. Yes. Are you awake, Neo? Wake up, Neo.
Obviousness of the truth. What is the Matrix? Control. The Matrix is a computer-generated dream world, built to keep us under control in order to change a human being into this.
A battery.
No.
ATP, kinetic energy, potential energy.
I don't believe it. It's not possible.
I didn't say it would be easy, Neo. I just said it would be the truth.
Stop. Let me out. Let me out.
Me too. Let me out. I'm done. Wake me up, buddy. You wake me up before you go. Don't leave me hanging on the night. Yo. Wake me up before you go. Hey. Take me dancing tonight. Neuralink. Anyway, this has been another edition of What You Meme News. I'm your amazing host here in Crystal Clear, and I'm out.